Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from the beautiful Carolinas. Today's topic is going to be keeping the door sealed airtight. Think about that for a minute. Everyone, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So the door I'm referring to that you need to keep sealed airtight, that's the door to the narcissist. Now, once you get the wisdom and you apply the tools that are provided for you on the channel and in the community, you understand that the path is to go no contact with these people. I say it virtually in every video I create because number one, it works, but number two, you don't want to know anything about the narcissist. You don't want to know their whereabouts, what they're doing, who they're with, etc. But conversely, they shouldn't know anything about you. That's why you need to go no contact, and you need to keep that door sealed airtight. So many times what people do is they will block the narcissist when they get the message, and they will never ever look back. They will just close the chapter, they will heal, and it's not as easy as that, but I'm fast forwarding. They will heal and they will begin to live their best life. Now again, that's not the way it works, it's not that simple, but when you finally get the message that blocking these people, it will really allow you to conserve your energy. And the less you know about the narcissist, the stronger you get, the smaller they get, the less they matter to you. But keeping the door sealed airtight, as I began to mention, many times people will block and they will never look back. Then there are other times that people will block and they will think that they're super strong or that they have healed and that they're really making progress, and they are making progress. But what will the narcissist do? At times they will still circumvent the avenue that you closed by blocking them. So let's say it was social media, or let's say it was your smartphone. You block them on both. Okay, that's a good move. These are both good moves. But at times the narcissist will still rear their ugly head, and perhaps they will send you an email or drop a package at your door or have a flying monkey spy in on you and communicate with you. See, what the narcissist is trying to do when any and or all those things happen, there are multiple things, but one thing is they're trying to test the waters of you. They're seeing how strong you are, if you've healed, if you really understand how toxic they are, if you understand that they are manipulating you. They were in the past and they're going to try to again. And also if you understand that closing the chapter on these people will really benefit you so much. But all these things I'm sharing, it's because the narcissist, when you block somebody, specifically the narcissist, will they know that you block them? Of course they will, because they're always on their smartphones checking other sources of supply, and they were checking in on you, and they're probably still spying on you whether you know it or not. Maybe directly, or maybe they have flying monkeys spying on you, or maybe they're making phantom accounts and spying on you. This video is not to have you unblock the narcissist or anything like that. This video is not to give the narcissist any other opportunities. It's to let you know that you really need to continue moving forward. You need to heal from this relationship. You need to keep that door sealed airtight, because the narcissist wants to keep things open just a crack so they can kick that door open wide anytime they want to. And this is what the narcissist is accustomed to doing. This is why the narcissist has multiple sources of supply, and I'm not referring to romantic interests exclusively. I'm talking about friends, hobby groups, acquaintances, colleagues, coworkers, neighbors, etc. The narcissist is on a constant search for the next new shiny object. They want a clean slate. Many times they also want, when I say clean slate, they want a new person that they haven't met yet. They also want to recycle older people, people that were in relationships with them, because most of that heavy lifting was already done by the narcissist, which meant they already groomed you and tricked you and trapped you. And when you break the trauma bond and you finally go no contact, and those are two very big important things on the healing path, when you do these, you really understand that your energy does return, your health returns, your network and status return, your finances return, your energy returns, your clarity returns. So many things return back to you that were taken from you when you were in the relationship, which is why, again, it is pivotal, it is instrumental, and it is absolutely necessary to keep the door sealed airtight. Don't let it open even a crack. So going back to the Hoovers that I was talking about, there will be times when the narcissist will call you from a phantom phone number you've never heard of before, or they will send you an email, or, hey, can you just send me that old smelly sock from 15 years ago because I really need it, the tube sock that I was using in the 70s or from 40 years ago, whatever decade it is. They will say things like that to try and get back on your radar, to have you going back down memory lane thinking about them and thinking, wow, it really wasn't that bad, was it? It wasn't that bad. It was. It was actually worse. That's why you had to block these people. That's why it's the relationship you needed to heal from. Think about all the other former relationships you had been a part of, whatever they were. Family settings, romantic, friends, colleagues, whatever. You didn't have to heal from those relationships because those relationships didn't do damage to you. They probably taught you some lessons here and there that maybe certain people are a certain way and they don't want to change, or they're not open to your viewpoints, etc. But none of those relationships were toxic, narcissistic relationships. And then lo and behold, what happened? You met the juggernaut, you met the behemoth, the narcissist, and they spun your world upside down. They took you on the roller coaster of emotions. They took you super high and dropped you super low, and everywhere in between was littered with abuse. Verbal abuse, financial abuse, spiritual abuse, mental abuse, financial abuse. Your health took a hit. Everything I talk about on the channel, it all went sideways. And every once in a while you would get a little dose, a little inkling of fake humanity or fake empathy or fake love. That's called the euphoric/love bomb stage. That's when the narcissist is doing what they need to do to keep you in line and to keep you trapped in that narcissistic fog as long as they possibly can. But then one day, something happened. You either were discarded or you ended it yourself. And then you went down the rabbit hole of education and exploration, and you figured out, oh my goodness, that's what that relationship was. It was a narcissistic relationship. How did I not know about this? Why wasn't I taught this in school? How come nobody around me even knows about this? It's almost as if you just found the cure to a certain illness and that no one else had ever discovered this. Well, that's what we all think at first. We're in shock and disbelief that this wasn't taught to us in school, and that how did we encounter the narcissist and why did we stay in it so long? Why did we not trust our instincts and our intuition? Why did we not pay attention to red flags? The reason why is because we were believing in the mask. And we were believing in the words that the narcissist told us, and their actions were not matching the words, but we kept on giving them a free pass. We kept on turning a blind eye. We kept on looking the other way, thinking that things would improve. And again, each and every narcissistic relationship, it has an expiration date. Yours was no different. Mine certainly was no different, but we didn't know back then what we know now. Now what we do know when we've healed, or when we are approaching the pinnacle, the mountaintop of indifference, where we no longer care about the narcissist or people from that period of time, what we do now is we understand that our energy and our time and our money and our resources, everything are so valuable and so precious. And many, if not all of these things were taken away from us. Our health is another huge one. These things were taken away from us when we were in the relationship, and they were taken away on purpose by the narcissist because we were carrying the weight of that relationship on our shoulders. The narcissist didn't lift a finger to do anything productive in that relationship. The only thing they did was keep us strung along longer and longer until they got what they wanted, and they took away or extracted as much of our resources as they could take. And then once they had what they wanted from you, example, the kids were in high school, or they graduated high school, or they graduated university, or the narcissist had a thriving business that they didn't have when you met them, and now behind your back, or maybe even in front of you, they were working on their own business so they could kick you to the curb once you blew through all your money and your health took a hit, etc. Some of these things, or all of these things, most likely took place with you. Example, when your health took a hit. Well, the narcissist will be nowhere to be found when your health goes sideways. But what the narcissist doesn't realize is their health also is going to go sideways. Maybe it's gone sideways right now. Maybe they're lying in a hospital bed right now, or maybe they're not feeling well and they were wishing that they had someone there for them, nursing them back to health. Well, you know, if they did the right thing, they probably would have people surrounding them. But again, everybody reveals themselves in time. And so why I'm sharing that is the narcissist is no different. They revealed themselves to you when that relationship ended. And when it ended with a thud, a crash, a bang. Most likely you were discarded and your whole world was spun inside out and turned upside down, and you couldn't wrap your head around how somebody could just throw a relationship away just like that. Well, they can because they don't care. And they can because they want to inflict the most damage upon people. And they can because they had another source of supply lined up behind your back. And they can also because they had already taken everything from you. Imagine, if you will, an example here. Before you met the narcissist, you would go into your kitchen. This is an example, maybe not the best, but I'm going to share it. In your kitchen, you had everything. You had all the food, supplies, water, the cooking utensils, the tools. You had everything. Your kitchen was stocked. Then you met the narcissist, and what did they do? They slowly started going through your food. They slowly started breaking your plates. They slowly started drinking all the water and everything. And then over a period of time, all of your cupboards were bare. There was nothing left. You had no more plates. They were all smashed. The forks were thrown away. The spoons were gone. There was nothing. There was no food left. Everything was bare. There was no water. And they looked around and they said, well, you used to have a full stock kitchen. There's nothing here any longer. Goodbye. Discard time. I'm going to go look for another person with a fully stocked kitchen. maybe not the best example, but I hope you understand what I'm talking about. When somebody is full of supply for the narcissist, that's the direction they're going to go in. When somebody doesn't offer the narcissist what another person can, that's when they're going to discard people. And that's why many times the narcissist will return after a period of time. It could be after a couple weeks, a month, a year, a decade, 20 years, who knows? But the narcissist, they will always be comparing sources of supply. And if you think for a moment that that's not what they're doing, you need to really think again. The narcissist is not only egotistical, they're entitled. They believe that they own people, but they believe people won't break the trauma bond. They also believe people won't heal from the relationship. And the narcissist is a dark energy source. They're a pitch black energy force to be reckoned with. The path here is to go no contact and to block these people and to delete them, like I've shared so many times in videos. And if you can't do that, utilize Grey Rock. But what I will tell you, when you block these people, they get that clear, succinct message that you no longer want anything to do with them, and that perhaps you've caught on to them, and now you see behind the mask, and you're not going to participate in their manipulating games any longer. This is what you must do. If not now, when? Now, understanding what I'm sharing with you, there still will be times when the narcissist will attempt to hoover you back. And why they want to hoover you back, again, it's for a couple reasons. One, it's to see if you've healed. Two, to see if you've seen behind the mask. Three, to see if you'll give them another opportunity entering another relationship. But four, many times they don't even want to get back in a relationship. They just want to see if you are available to make their tiny little ego get pumped up. You see, the hoover, there's so many different layers to it, but one would be just to see if you respond or reply or accept the hoover. It doesn't mean you're going to go back into a relationship. By the way, you shouldn't, and you should not be hooverable. But what I'm saying to you is the narcissist, just like they want to dip their toe in past relationships at times to see if they still matter to the person who they had abused in the past, and that was you. Understand what I'm mentioning to you. There are so many layers upon layers upon layers in the narcissistic abusive cycle. The onion gets peeled back more and more each and every minute, hour, day, week, month, decade, because there's so many different nuances to the narcissistic relationship. There are a couple constants, and I will tell you two of them right now. One is the narcissist themselves is stuck in the loop. They're trapped in the loop of manipulation. They're trapped in the loop of abuse. They're trapped in the loop of devastation and destruction. And they know it, and I know it, and now you know it. The second pivotal part I will share with you, another constant, is that sincerely blocking people, meaning the narcissist or toxic people, it will benefit you. It may be challenging at first because maybe you're accustomed to still communicating with the narcissist, or maybe you haven't broken the trauma bond yet. I get it. I was there. I understand it. But every day that you are removed from the narcissistic relationship, meaning you go no contact, is a day for you to return back to peace, to serenity, to calmness, to have all of your resources returned to you. Now, this will take time. It won't happen overnight. And remember, there is no magic pill or magic wand that can be waved and you're going to be healed. It doesn't work that way. The healing path is not linear. It takes time. It takes a lot of time. But in your time, you will heal if you utilize the tools that are provided for you on the channel and in the community. And by the way, when your cup is full, my hope is that you're paying it forward and you're helping out people on the planet and you're doing the best you can for others. I'm not saying specifically with narcissistic abuse. I'm saying that if you're strong and you've healed and you've conquered the narcissistic abusive cycle, well, number one, you're a totally changed person. Number two, I can assure you, you have gone no contact and you block them. Number three, any communication with the narcissist is sealed airtight. I know that. But the fourth thing is if you've healed, you need to understand, and you probably do, I'm sure you do, is you recognize that there are so many hundreds of millions of people who are currently where you once were. And you are no longer there because you're now at the pinnacle of indifference, the mountaintop of indifference. You're standing right beside me. Maybe you're in front of me, maybe you're behind me, but you're there and you're waiting to help other people get up and climb up that mountain. That was what you were doing. That was what the healing path was. It was a mountain, and that mountain at times seemed insurmountable. It seemed like you would never get to the summit. You would never get to the pinnacle, but you did, and here you are. So that's why I'm suggesting, if your cup is full and you've healed properly, please try to pay it forward in any capacity you can, because we need to insulate and protect ourselves, and we need to help those people that perhaps don't even know that they need help right now. That once was you. It certainly was me, but it no longer is me, and my hope is it's not you any longer. Because many times post-relationship, or when you're in it, but let's talk about post-relationship. Many times people can't wrap their head around a couple key things. One, the narcissist never loved them. Two, the narcissist never cared about them. Three, it was all a hoax. It was all mirage. It was all a house of cards. It was a relationship built on quicksand. There was nothing sustainable in it, and you gave to a fault. You probably were a people pleaser or a yes person, or you didn't have boundaries and you couldn't say no, the strongest word in the English language. Remember, when you say no to something or someone, you are saying yes to yourself. That is a very instrumental, powerful word to use in your vocabulary. But back then you didn't know what you know now. Now you do, and now you understand. It took a lot of work for you to get through this, but you did it, and you recognized that practicing radical acceptance was one of the things that you had to do. When you practice radical acceptance, you understand that the relationship wasn't what you thought it was what it was, which was a challenging, toxic relationship that almost took you down for the count, but it didn't. Now, all those things, they culminate in one thing, which is called wisdom. Once you apply the tools and once you learn the definitions in the glossary and the narcissistic abusive cycle and you couple it with your experience, you get wisdom. And when you apply the wisdom, now you can really benefit not only yourself, but those loved and trusted ones around you. And you need to understand one more thing, and I know I say you need to understand a lot in this video, but it's for a reason, that many people post-relationship, and I'm not talking about the narcissist, I'm talking about average, everyday people that haven't gone through the cycle. Many of these people, you're not going to be communicating with them. You will do it, and you're going to resonate with a lot of these people, but many of these people, you're not going to be on the same level as them because you have elevated so much higher. You've ascended so much higher. You are now vibrating so much higher. Now, this is not anything against anybody who did not go through the cycle. What I'm saying is when you go through the cycle and you've come through the fire and risen through the ashes like a phoenix and you've healed properly, you see the world through a brand new set of eyes, a whole different set of eyes, and you are changed forever. Your vibration is so much higher because you've now ascended to a place where you did not even know was possible, that it existed, but that's where you are, and that's certainly where I am. So what I'm saying is that's why post-relationship, when you're trying to heal and you're talking with your friends or family members and they don't know what narcissism is because they didn't experience it, they just know what the word is, but they didn't experience it firsthand. That's why they get burned out, because they can't wrap their head around what you're talking about. And when that is a fact, or when that happens, I should say, then these people get, not only do they get burned out, but then you realize, wait a minute, I'm talking a whole different language here and these people don't get it, but Andrew gets it. And some other people in the community get it, and a lot of people in the community get it, because that's the secret power. That's the superpower. It's the secret language that we speak, that we didn't ask to learn, but we do speak it, and we did learn it because we're in the relationship for a period of time. That's why you are ascending or elevated so much higher than an average person who hasn't gone through it. Again, I'm not disparaging or saying anything negative about someone who didn't go through the cycle. My hope is that nobody went through the cycle, but that's not reality. Reality is most of us did go through it, and we're changed forever. We're transformed for the better, by the way. But when you're on the healing path and you're looking towards the light at the end of the tunnel, it feels like this is going to take you a lifetime to get through it. That's not the case. It will take time. It will take patience. It will take stoicism. It will take courage, commitment, resilience, fortitude, strength. It will take determination, and it will take focus to get through the narcissistic abusive cycle. But again, I did it. If I did it, you can do it. You need to be patient with yourself and be kind with yourself and understand that you were manipulated, and that going no contact and blocking these people and keeping that door sealed airtight is imperative. It will really allow you to heal in a better capacity than if you're in communication with the narcissist, because communicating with them will never benefit you. What they're going to do is try and keep you stuck in the past, keep you pining for them, having them live in your mind rent-free, and also having you or blaming you for anything that they want to blame you for. The narcissist is trapped in the loop. They're trapped in the cycle. You were caught up in it for a period of time. You're no longer caught up in it. At least that's my hope. And when you finally get the message that everything needs to be battened down and sealed airtight when it comes to communication or avenues of communication with the narcissist, that is the path, when you understand that, that will really allow you to heal. And it will really allow you to have your peace of mind and your time back and conserve your energy. So this video is a motivational video to let you know that, again, maybe today you're having a challenging day. Maybe this is the first video you're ever consuming. Maybe you just stumbled upon the video and you're realizing, what is this guy talking about? He's talking about narcissistic abuse, and he's been talking about it for over 3 years. And what he's trying to do, and he's accomplishing this, is to let people know that they are not alone. that there are so many hundreds of millions of us all over the planet, and we are getting stronger, and we are becoming awakened and aware, educated and empowered. And we understand that going no contact and keeping the avenues of communication sealed airtight with the narcissist or with toxic people, it is the path. Do it today. If not now, when? So everyone, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the beautiful Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon, evening, or morning, no matter where you are on the planet. You are not alone. Remember that you are not alone. And if you've gone no contact and maintained it, excellent work. If you've gone no contact and you're waffling back and forth, don't do it. You're just giving the narcissist supply, and you're peaking, and you're keeping yourself stuck and trapped. Do your best to maintain no contact and let them shrivel up and fade away into the darkness, because peeking at their social media will never help you out. Knowing where they are, what they're doing, won't help you out. And if they have information about you, that's not going to benefit you at all, because they will try perhaps to throw a monkey wrench in any of your plans or what you're doing. That's why the path is to go no contact. I love you all. God bless you. And I will talk to you tomorrow. All right. Bye, everybody. Yeah.